Acoustic Nation CIC is an arts organisation working in Lincolnshire and based here in this beautiful venue which we christen Southside, as it's in the southern part of Lincoln opposite the South Common. We have two stages, one in the former church where I'm standing and one in the old parish hall next door. And we put on a wide variety of music genres, ranging from rock and indie through jazz to folk and classical, and not forgetting experimental. Well, during COVID, we became aware of a problem among musicians, particularly those who are young and, of course, the emerging musicians trying to find their way in the business. Opportunities in the county for performance, exposure and advancement are slight, with the result that performers leave as soon as they can and go to London, Manchester, Leeds, or one of the other cities where music flourishes. Lincolnshire loses out. So we devised a pilot project called Homegrown to see if we could reach out to performers, offer to arrange gigs, but more than that, to help with knowledge transfer and mentoring, as well as videos, photography, socials, anything to show that they weren't alone. Well, for a pilot, it worked very well. So we spread our wings and looked further around the county, trying to reach out to the maximum number of performers and arrange as many gigs and training workshops as we could. We had a target of 20 bands and performers throughout the county and reached more than 60 on our first call out on social media. Now, there's an unmet need. In the end, we ran a number of gigs throughout the county, supporting 121 artists through performance, recording, filming, mentoring, and occasionally just being there for them. Our total audience for all the gigs was around 1,900, but was probably more due to the public and free nature of a couple of the gigs. So we want to say a big thank you to Arts Council England for their support and hopefully the support to come. This short film features just a few of the great talents we have here in Lincolnshire. Let's hang on to it.
I've always been really interested in folk music anyway. I grew up listening to very traditional British folk music, and then that's transitioned more into bluegrass and American folk music.
You know, I never knew that losing you would feel like losing part of me to the soul.
Even as my music got more contemporary, the storytelling element is always how I approach writing, so I look for a good story and I try to weave it with music as such, and I think that's the core of my work.
Thank you very much.
So, well, I'm Harry. I'd done a bit of acoustic guitar beforehand, but I wanted to try something a bit different. I started off initially doing lots of classical guitar, because at the time I didn't really have an instrument which I was properly proficient on. And then the pandemic happened. I kind of got into folk music a great deal. I had this idea that if I was able to understand a really old folk song, then surely there must be that should be sort of an essence of music there. But that's a bit of a romanticised view, but it's one I believed in at the time. A lot of the folk songs which are out there, obviously, they're very different. You've got sea shanties, which are very much call and response, but then you also have long child ballads where you have 12 verses, it seems like, and very hard on the memory, I must say. But I just love the idea of these sorts of songs, and I wanted to try and, use my own language to write that sort of music.
I do think that folk music, especially in England, has the ability to kind of exclude people sometimes. I mean, I experienced it at folk festivals. It's like, well, we are folk music and we're over here in this circle and you can only come in if you play our kind of folk music. I think there need to be more places like Southside that champion new musicians, because then the first place that an audience can see them is at a venue rather than for free while they're having a pint. And it also, I think it bolsters the musicians themselves, because I've played so many gigs in pubs where no one is listening to me, and they come up to me afterwards and they go, oh, you've got a nice voice or whatever, but no one's actually sat and listened to me. You guys do a really great job of giving a creative hub to people from Lincoln and also in Louth, in Spalding and wherever outside of the central city.
I'd started going to open mics just, on a casual basis in late 2021, just me as a solo act. I think Southside were one of the first people I was in touch with regard to paid performances and paid gigs. I know that Southside's got a very strong reputation just in the arts in general, let alone music. In terms of my experience with Homegrown and how that's helped me get into the county, I was involved with an event in Sleaford at the Hub, reaching out to another audience, which I probably wouldn't have been exposed to if I hadn't been involved with Homegrown. You feel when you're involved with something like that, especially with funding from the Arts Council, you feel as though you have backing. Homegrown, has helped me feel more confident and has given me more of a sense of community.
I think Southside and Acoustic Nations really started my career, to be honest. I think before we started working together, I was just writing songs in my room, and I don't have the skill or the knowledge for producing myself.
Roots growing deep in the Golden State.
And what Homegrown did was allow other people to hear that music who would know what to do with it.
Burnt in the bark, I find my way.
And what made the songs that I'd just written into something so much bigger than I ever would have been able to do myself.
Home lines across the sea.
Some of the first releases I did with you were on BBC Introducing, and I don't think they would have been without the help of the Homegrown project and Acoustic Nations. It was just all of the resources that you had just, I think, propelled it to a level that I couldn't have reached by myself, and I'm eternally grateful to Acoustic Nations, and long may it continue, the support that you give all artists in Lincolnshire that you're working with. I think it's really brilliant.
Oh, this is what is and will always be.
My name is Oluwatobi Adegoke. I started practicing promoting Afrobeat culture, promoting African lifestyle back in Derby and now in Lincoln. I think one of the things that has happened to the culture and to the community, one of the greatest things, the help of England, the Art Council, putting the finances down to host an event for people to come together. It's not like easy things to do, but we're grateful to be privileged to be the forerunner and everything. And it's been amazing because providing the space, peaceful atmosphere, the acceptance from the people have shown the mode of support. Is just for us to be on our A game and be consistent about what we do and keep promoting diversity and differences just for a better community and for economical growth.
My name's Stephen Tanner and I am a singer-songwriter from Spalding. The difficulty I face is that there's not as much appetite for original music as there has been in recent years, and I think there's a lot of reasons for it. Venues are under a lot of pressure to bring people in. Certainly since COVID, there's a lot of people who have become more comfortable sitting at home and saving money, drinking at home if they want to. It's difficult to attract people, and I think venues are struggling with the idea of embracing new music and giving original music a chance when they know that Mr. Brightside will get people in. One of your gigs, for example, it's a no-brainer yes for me every time, regardless of the money involved, because I know it's good. It's, you know, the sound quality is going to be excellent. There's going to be people there who actually want to listen to original music, and I've noticed like big uplifts in my social media following, and it's from people that have literally just wandered past, heard 2 or 3 minutes of me playing, seen a sign up saying my name or something like that, and they've given me a follow. And that kind of thing is enormous in the music industry now. Just a well-organised event makes all the difference.
Find someone who can. Thank you.
My name's Karen Rogers. I'm an acoustic singer-songwriter. A lot of my songs come from things that I've been through myself, and you know, it's I guess it's my way of like coping with, say if I've been through difficult times, it's my way of getting out there, and maybe like I feel some of my songs do reach people, and I've managed to get people to open up to me about their past experiences, because they can relate to, you know, the things I'm writing about. Especially one of my songs, obviously, my song Little One.
Little one, may have only held you for a second. I love you a lifetime.
I lost a little boy, and I sing that, and the amount of people have had such a, you know, a warming response from that song in particular, as opposed to the other ones, really. And you know, people have opened up, and I've had tears, they've had tears. I think these type of events that you guys do offer for us, it kind of brings us artists together. We make new connections, as do you guys. So I feel like it's more of these events to bring people closer and see everything you guys do, giving us that chance. You know, it means a lot to us artists as such, and we are really grateful for it. And you know, I'm very thankful that you've chosen to work with me on some occasions, and it's been, you know, brilliant, and I've loved every bit of it, so thank you.
Enough to breathe. I'm strong enough to